Hello, let's start the class. Today we're going to study the simple present tense. That's a subject that's very important because from this moment on, I'm going to say some classes just in English. So if you don't understand some things that I say, you can turn on the subtitles in English or the subtitles on your language. Can be Spanish or Portuguese, and so you can understand what I say. I'm going to say. I'm not going to say to speak fast. I'm going to speak slowly, okay, so that you can understand what I say. So let me show you the simple present tense. In affirmative, the simple present tense is like this. You can say I, you, we, they, he, she, it. The pronouns. And you say speak is the verb to speak, okay? To speak. So you, I, you, we, and they, you say speak. And he, she, it, you say speaks. You add an S in this point, okay? Because it's he, she, it, the third person in singular. Okay, so I speak English, he speaks English, they live in London, she lives in Paris. Okay, so he, she, it, you add an S. It's important to pay attention to this. You add an S, she lives. Okay, and then negative. I, you, we, and they, you say don't. So I don't speak, I don't need, I don't like. And he, she, it, that's the third person in singular. You say doesn't, or does not, doesn't or does not. Okay, so I don't speak, I don't need, and I don't like. He doesn't like, he doesn't need, he doesn't speak. Okay, and the base form of the indefinitive, you say go, need, speak, live. Okay, in all these sentences in negative, you say the base form of the verb. This is the point. You say speak, need, like. You don't say likes, needs, speaks when it's negative. Okay? This S, this letter S, you just add in affirmative. In he, she, it, in affirmative. In negative, the S goes to doesn't. Goes to this part, okay? Doesn't. Doesn't speak, doesn't need, doesn't like. Third person verbs lose the final S in negative sentence. This is the point. And then I speak Spanish, I don't speak Spanish. She speaks Italian, she doesn't speak Italian. So speak comes to base form. This is the point. Now, the questions, okay, the interrogative. You say, do I, do you, do we, do they, and does he, does she, does it. So to ask questions, you go, you change the order. Okay, the does comes to the beginning of the sentence. Does he, does she, do you, do we. Okay, so do I need, do I speak, do I like, and does he speak, does she need, does it like. Okay, so does or do comes to the beginning. They change the order. The base form of the infinitive. Go, need, speak, and live. Third person verbs lose the final S in question. So you don't add S in the end of the verbs. The S is in does. Okay, so examples. You speak English. Do you speak English? Do you speak English? So to ask a question, you say, do you speak English? He speaks German. Does he speak German? Does he speak German? Okay, this is how to ask a question. And then, questions with do or does. There is a screen just for this subject. We use do or does to make a question in the simple present tense. Exceptions. Questions with to be and modal verbs. To be is I am, you are, he is. And modal verbs can, might, should. But do and does is used with all verbs. For example, do you go to the movies? Do you go by car? Does he like popcorn? Does he want to go to the movies? So, you speak English. Do you speak English? He speaks English. Does he speak English? Okay, so these are the examples. And then, more questions. Do I need a fork? A fork. Oh, you use a fork to eat. Okay, fork. Yes, I do. How to answer? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Do you need glasses? Glasses. Glasses. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Do you both require ice? Yes, I do. Yes, we do. No, we don't. Do they need help? Yes, they do. No, they don't. Does he have a license? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Does she want an apple? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Does it have 4 heels? Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. So this is the class about simple present tense. See you on next class.